Yeah.
I just wanted to say one thing. If I remember right from our last session, the point of erecting a tower was that we could go both ways. One way was using alchemy, and another way was using the text and spirituality to try to disrupt it somehow. I don't remember the details, but I just wanted to, so we don't forget it.
Right, that's a good point. Now, one other thing that I think would be important to remind you is that it is actually the disruption of the woodswoman worship that apparently has has resulted in some way in a rebalancing of forces that has led the insect people to come this far and to start raiding. So if we are talking about some way to have a better relationship with the insect people, or in some way to perhaps counteract the processes that made the giant, that the woodswoman influence is at the very least, is opposed to it. So your worship is also relevant here, not just the others.
Okay, so before we go to morning, I would just like to speak to Vang and ask about if he knows about this path that we saw, if he knows where it leads, and so forth.
Okay. Well, I would have to think a little bit about that. I think that we, the first thing is that Vang is not an expert in traveling up into that area. That the people of the village typically did not develop the area across the river. It was actually the settlements and farms that you saw there that were attacked were never very well or extensively developed. So his answer is no, he does not really know much about going to follow the giant. Most of the people of the village were convinced that they really should not irritate it or do anything that would threaten the agreement that they feel they have with it. And he is himself, even for somebody who was so aggressive about, changing the situation, he seems genuinely afraid of the giant itself.
Okay. And another thing is all the things he knew about in the tower. I would like to know if Vang knew about them by exploring himself, or if he overheard someone.
Well, he knew only that this is where the thing had been created, and that anybody who went in there didn't come out, and that was all a very long time ago. Everybody has left it alone.
So it's local lore.
Right, even though it's sitting right there and, in there. But the point is that it may have been, in retrospect, it may not have been the nicest thing for him to take the first foreigners that he got to meet and shove them into the tower. Granted, it was appropriate given your cult, which he recognized. But still, I mean, he could have mentioned, oh, by the way, no one ever comes out. But he didn't mention that.
And then he ran for hell. And killed the man.
Well, rather late, right?
So let us continue, I think.
Did Ignu succeed in getting him to send people to watch the track and have some kind of early alert system?
That's a good idea. Yeah. That's
Because I don't want a turf war, and
Right.
I'd rather she gets the idea
right.
from
Okay.
somebody that has been here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll humble myself before Hen
Mm-hmm.
and use my diplomacy
Okay.
to try to convince her of it would be a good idea.
Do you have a skill that is relevant to that? If not, then it is a basic charisma check.
No,
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Okay. So general roll your charisma times 5.
Obviously, I would also use my spell before.
If you come in, I suspect that remember she always has those guys with the scarred faces.
Oh yeah,
with
they'll
them?
notice. Yeah.
They'll keep an eye on you for that kind of thing.
Oh crap! I only have 11 in charisma.
Well, it's still 55.
Yeah. Okay. But I feel that would be a good idea to have someone with higher charisma. But
I don't think I'm welcome there. I'm
No.
not going to risk it.
you have an awesome amount of charisma, so
Yeah, and she has her friends, and
Yeah.
I have no defense at all against magic. I'm not getting close to her in anywhere where no other people are around, believe me.
I'll roll. I'll
Okay, go ahead.
take my chances. 21.
Excellent. Now this is not a skill, so you don't increase it. But
No.
on the other hand, you definitely smooth some of the hot tempers and are able to establish yourself as a legitimate intermediary. And that's
Okay.
probably the most valuable part of this interaction, is that at least you now have an accepted exchange of dialogue possible between two people who cannot stand each other. So
Yeah. When I see that, can I try to speak with them about the insect people? Try to say that I want to, as a merchant, want to open a dialogue.
Well, they think you're insane. This particular group
Something
will
in
think you're
common.
insane because, as far as they are concerned, that is the danger that the giant protects us from, among many other things, of course, pirates, things like that, but certainly them too, especially lately. So, no, we are fine with the insect people. When the giant finally defeats them, then as it grows stronger, that will solve the problem.
Okay. Then I'll thank them for the information and humbly go there from the place.
All right. So I don't want to take too much more time on this matter, but it seems to me as though some Zort and Skava and Ikindu should all roll for their scans
Right.
and see as you
Scans.
you have
Yeah.
already
Oh.
tracked successfully, and we're going to let that roll stay.
27.
Excellent.
Stones.
Oh,
So what do you think? 83.
oh,
I'm no
Seven.
fan with mountains or stones.
17.
17. Okay, both of you check your scan. Now,
Yep.
so basically, I'm going to say that Skava is busy with the tracking, which he has already done. But you are able. Then the others are able to spot relevant pieces of giant.
You know, a stone is a stone.
Right.
No
And
big
so-
difference between them.
Well,
I differ.
fortunately, the other two have managed to find materials, and you also are able to get a pretty good idea. Now, remember, the giant was coming this way when you arrived, And so you can actually see, this would be Zort, I think, can actually see that just over some mountains, some of the mountain appears behind it, seems to be moving.
Oh, I think we found our friend.
So,
Our big friend.
by your estimate, it is probably 2 days away.
Oh! All right. So...
If it were to come to the village directly.
Okay.
Is it heading the direction of the village?
Yeah, it's definitely following well, it is further than you have tracked. But if it comes to where you are, it only has one place to go based on the evidence that you have seen.
Great. 2 days.
So should we try and get some better close looks at it?
This is a little... Hindu is the one who has not seen it before.
Yeah, and I succeeded with my scan.
They have talked about this enormous thing, but you are used to travelers' tales.
I guess I'm trembling in fear.
Well, the idea here is that you are used, whenever somebody tells you about the amazing, huge thing that they saw, you edit it in your mind. Okay, we can shrink that a little bit. And this is the opposite. They had not prepared you for how immense. It is a piece of geography. It is not just a giant person.
I should tell you about the vomiter sometime.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we do big in this game.
Okay, I kind of look at you and like my eyes are just beyond you. You're like, what?
Okay, they don't exaggerate. No, we don't.
No.
I also succeeded in my scan.
Yes.
Do we find any materials?
Exactly, and that's what I was going to say, is that you are the one who was able to collect a nice set of samples.
Okay. I guess I'll taste them when we're more safe, because I'm kind of freaked out right now. So
Right.
Do you want to head back to the town?
I think we all can. I mean, if it's 2 days away, I don't want to travel that far into the mountains to meet it. That's too far.
And we don't really have the time, so...
Yeah.
And we still don't know enough. We still don't know enough. I think when we meet it, we better be prepared to what we want to do.
I hear that you want to explore more sorts.
Well...
Could you help me with maybe contacting the insect people?
I would probably say not contact in a good way. I didn't understand anything what he said.
Right.
It was supposed to Scout here that took care of any kind of diplomatic exchange.
That's right.
Aren't you a brave?
Zort was busy
With a war camp
cutting off their arms and legs, if I remember correctly. So.
And it wasn't exactly easy. And
Ask them afterwards.
If you find any encampment here, it's going to be an encampment. They are not going to talk to us.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that.
So
we would have to go to their...
a lot of interest in it as a long-term project, and the other characters are giving you a lot of negative response for the short-term contact. So that's as far as you're getting, I think.
Okay.